I wanted to take a moment to review with you your reflection on trauma and recovery assignment. So for this assignment, you will need to read the What is ACE and complete the Adverse Childhood Experience or ACE questionnaire. In the paper, you're going to reflect on your score. Please keep in mind when you reflect on that score, I will be the only one that reads what you share. So please do not feel like anyone else in the class is going to observe or read that information. I also want you to speak about what you learned about trauma-informed care and the recovery model and the illness management and recovery toolkit. So your paper should be around 500 words total. And then I also want you to remember when you're writing this paper is that you'll likely work with people who are currently experiencing abuse or neglect or have experienced some sort of trauma in their past. So I want you to think about how this knowledge will impact you as you approach your future clients. How will you apply these concepts of trauma-informed care and the recovery model to those clients? I want you to identify 2 topic areas from the IM&R toolkit that you would apply, in what order you would utilize these topics, and why. So you're going to choose 2 topic areas that you would apply. So those would be the 2 most important in your opinion. What order you would utilize these topics, and then explain to me your thought process there. Always remember with most of your assignments to include APA in-text citations and references to support your answers. This will also lead to a top grade if you appropriately use APA in-text citations and references. You want to make sure that you use at least 2 resources using either OT Practice Magazine, the American Journal of Occupational Therapy, or the SIS Quarterly regarding trauma-informed care or the recovery model. The articles that you use need to be published within the last 10 years. I also want you to remember that may not be the only sources that you use. You may utilize your OT Practice Framework. You may utilize some of the other readings from this week. So please keep in mind that those 2 resources from OT Practice, AJOT, or SIS Quarterly may not be your only references. And just as a hint, they probably shouldn't be your only references. So I hope this helps. I do also really quick want to point out your rubric just explains here how I look at the grade and how I will grade that based on points. So we're looking at an understanding of the course content. We're looking at your ability to critically think, which is kind of that process where you're talking about which 2 of the pieces of the toolkit would be most appropriate and why you would use them in what order. And then your writing mechanics and clarity of writing, of course, is also a part of that grading criteria. So have a look at this, and if you have any additional questions after reviewing the video, please feel free to reach out to me via email, and I would be happy to help.